Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Kiddushin, page 82, which happens to be the very last page in this Gemara, and it discusses the importance of finding a good position, a good job, and it gives a list of jobs which are considered, at least in those days, a very good job, which included making sure that you do something in which is honest, something which a person can do without great difficulty and not get themselves into potential situations where you may end up stealing from people or being deceitful. On this, the Talmud tells us that the greatest profession, the greatest thing that you could do is make sure that your child understands and somehow focuses their life work around Torah. And he says that when it comes to your young age, you'll be able to have it, you'll be able to be successful in your learning, and also when you're older, there will be tikva, there'll be hope, there's going to be encouragement even in your older ages. And it says that as long as a person is working, typically, a person is able to survive. However, afterwards, it says that that person is going to not have any income and they could starve. Now, of course, that would take place as well if your entire profession is learning Torah. But the reality is that Torah gives us something which is very, very unique. Because, as I was once told, when it comes to people who wish to retire, we have to ask yourself, you work 9 to 5 your whole life, let's say for 50 years. And not only that, you work 9 to 5, but you also take a train to work, you commute. So basically, you get up at 7 in the morning, you don't get home until 6 o'clock at night. A majority of your day during the week is surrounded by your work. And then all of a sudden, you look forward to retiring and you have nothing to do. So I was told that retirement is a fool's finish line. Retirement is a fool's finish line because we find so many studies that if a person doesn't have the proper goals after they retire, they quickly deteriorate. Unfortunately, they get physically sick. They die shortly after retirement. Of course, not always, but it's so important that when you retire, you have to have a game plan. You can't just retire and have nothing to do, because then you'll have no purpose. And a person needs to have a sense of value and meaning, a drive. One way a person can accomplish that is a person who learns Torah. Someone who learns Torah has a different mindset than many people. Many people have a fixed mindset, a fixed growth mindset, which means they graduate high school, maybe college, and that's it. But someone who learns Torah their whole life, they're constantly learning. They're constantly striving to grow and to be able to learn more, which means that even when you retire, you now have extra time to be able to grow spiritually, but also grow in your mind. And one of the things when it comes to retirement is that if you're not using your mind, as they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. The person is engaged in learning the difficult studies of Torah, it keeps their mind sharp. But in addition to that, it gives them meaning and focus and purpose. But not only that, but that person could find themselves maybe in a place where they can go to a study hall and teach younger children, teach teenagers, teach young adults, because you have so much Torah knowledge now. And therefore, not necessarily so you can make money tutoring, but it gives you a sense of fulfillment. So hopefully, a person, when they retire and throughout your life, we hope that you find meaning in your life, that you find purpose in your life, whatever that may be. But for me, just as is stated here, the way that I get my purpose is by growing and learning Torah.